Do you ever feel like a prisoner to this device? Trapped in an endless loop of likes, comments, and shares? Well, I certainly have. And for the past couple of years, that's all I've been doing. And it took me a long time to realize that there's more to life than a 6-inch screen and carpal tunnel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's not just about social media addiction, but reclaiming your life. Sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? What do you mean, reclaim my life? I'm living life just the way I want. Kicking back on the sofa, chilling, listening to the same 5 background music on loop on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, while you're playing a show in the background that you're not really even watching. That's the life, ain't it? That's the epitome of peak human performance. That's what our ancestors fought so hard for us to do. Well, if you're ready to challenge the norm and think outside the box, keep watching.
Engage in real life activities. Find hobbies and activities that don't involve a screen, whether it's hitting the gym, reading a book, or spending time with friends and family. These activities provide a much needed break from the digital world. Physical activity in particular can be a great way to reduce stress and improve your mood, making it easier to resist the urge to scroll. I mean, you literally can't be on your phone while you're playing sports. Maybe unless you're hitting the gym or running around. But in all seriousness, many people use sports as an escape from the modern world because it's one of the best things you can do to take your mind off things. Plus, it's probably one of the only times that you get to run around freely like a child, and all of your problems just disappear for a short while. Physical activity also allows you to connect with yourself and others in a way that technology will never be able to replicate. And not to mention the physical benefits that you get from exercising. So you get to work on your muscles while decreasing the time you spend on screens. Reading is another great escape. Find a book that interests you and just get lost in it. It's a fantastic way to relax without staring at a screen. If you want some good recommendations on what books to pick up, I've linked a video right here for you to check out. With technology everywhere, it's definitely easier to just read on your phone or your tablet. But you have to remember that the goal here is to reduce the time you spend on your screens. So any opportunity away from your phone should be taken. And that's why I'll always recommend that you read a physical book over an ebook. Apart from the time away from screens, there's just something about physical books and flipping through the pages that can't be replicated anywhere else. The other main benefit from reading is the endless amount of things you can learn, whereas that couple of hours spent scrolling through social media will be forgotten before the day's even over. There is no easier way to learn from experts at the top of their field than from reading. It's relatively cheap and can be done anywhere.
Social media can be a fantastic way to stay informed and connected, but it can also become a source of distraction and stress. Here are some ways for you to regain control. The first step is acknowledging that you have a problem. It's easy to justify spending hours and hours just scrolling on your phones, but when it's relationships, education, your job, and your mental health on the line, then you might need to take a step back. Track your screen time. Most smartphones have built-in features to allow you to see how much time you spend on each app. Take a week to log your usage and see where you can cut back. Personally, when I first started using this feature, I was just shocked at the sheer amount of time I was wasting every single day. Let me share a personal story. I used to spend hours and hours scrolling on Instagram from the moment I wake up to the moment I fall asleep every single day. I would scroll mindlessly, and on top of that, I would feel more disconnected from my real life because I would just be glued to my screen and that's it. So one day I was at this restaurant and there was a family of 4 that sat next to me. The parents and the older child were all glued to their phones. Even the baby was watching something on the iPad. And throughout the entire dinner, not once did I hear them speak to one another. And I remember thinking to myself, what a peaceful family. No, I actually thought that I don't want to spend the next 50, 60 years of my life just like those people. You know, at the end of the day, when I'm on my deathbed, I don't want my memories to just be scrolling through Instagram and laughing at reels, and that's it. I want to enjoy real life, if you know what I'm talking about.
Now here's the controversial part. Social media companies design their platforms to be addictive. They profit from your endless scrolling, your clicks, and your engagement. They want you hooked because it keeps their business thriving. It's time to question the system and take back control. What if we all decided to value our real lives over our digital lives? Imagine the change that we could bring. By actively choosing to disconnect from these digital distractions, we can reclaim our time and focus on what truly matters. Engaging in meaningful offline activities not only enhances our well-being, but also strengthens our relationships, which allows us to focus on ourselves and our personal growth. Taking a stand against the pull of social media can lead to a more balanced and fulfilled life, where we prioritize genuine physical experiences over virtual ones. You have to remember that at the end of the day, nothing can and will replace our physical lives. It's the most valuable thing to us. You're not going to remember half of the things that you saw on social media, but the memories that you create in real life will be cherished forever. So you have to start by educating yourself about the effects of social media. Understanding how it affects your brain and your behavior can motivate you to making healthier choices. Healthier choices that can lead to living the life that you truly want.
And another thing from my personal experience is limiting notifications on apps you don't really need to use. It makes a huge difference. Turn off non-essential notifications so that you're not as distracted throughout the day. You can also use the Do Not Disturb feature during work hours or during times where you need to actually focus. I found that when I put my phone on silent, it reduces the urge for me to check my phone constantly. As an added bonus, scheduling Do Not Disturb every single night helped me fix my sleeping schedule. So for me, ideally, I want to be in bed and ready to go to sleep by 11 p.m. So I set my Do Not Disturb schedule to 10:30 every single night so that I can get into that mindset of, okay, I'm going to prepare myself to go to bed. And it worked. Another thing I personally did was declutter my social media. And what I mean by that is I unfollowed accounts that did not add value to my life and was also causing me stress. Instead, I follow accounts that inspire, educate, and bring joy to my life. I did a massive unfollow spree a while back, and it was an actual game changer in terms of keeping my headspace clear and allowing me to actually focus on what's important.
Remember, breaking free from social media addiction is a journey. It takes time, effort, and patience, but the rewards are worth it. Better relationships, more focus, and improved mental health. These are just some of the benefits that you'll be able to see. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. You can also let us know down below in the comments some of your strategies for dealing with social media use. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.